But let me read you a portion of the ruling where Bobby Sands, the chairman of the chairperson of the commonage, and his sister Eulalia Vita Sands lost that case. I'll read it to you. And this is in relation to that land dispute in Roxanne. This probably has nothing to do with the commonage itself, but of course, this was one of the matters that was mentioned to TMI. And so we'll read the ruling, because the ruling, we got a portion of the ruling today. It says, having reviewed the testimony of Eulalia, that's Vita, the court finds her evidence to be inconsistent, unsupported, and insufficient to establish a valid adverse claim. She asserted ownership of the disputed parcel based on a conveyance from Albert Sands and a community plan. Yet she conceded that the conveyance did not specify a lot number and relied on an unregistered survey plan. Her testimony vacillated between identifying the subject land as Lot 132 and Lot 136, and she failed to produce any registered surveyor or credible witness to clarify the boundaries or substantiate her claim. In supporting Robert's case, in which he claims the whole of the same property, Eulalia damages her own claim to the property. Oh, wow. So they're saying Robert made claim to the property and Eulalia supported Robert's claim to the property. This is Vita, supported Robert's, this Mr. Sands' claim to the property. But in her supporting Mr. Sands' claim to the property, she damaged her own case. Now, it says, then it says, I did not find that Robert engaged in any activity on the property and that his business was conducted outside of the small plot claimed by Rolle. That's claimed by Sidney Rolle and his wife, Pearline Rolle. All right. It says, the court notes that Eulalia Vita admitted placing a fence on the property in 2015, well after the Rolle's alleged possession, and acknowledged that her understanding of ownership was based on assumption and hearsay. Her claim was further undermined by the absence of supporting witnesses and the contradictory nature of her affidavits. In contrast, Rolle presented consistent evidence supported by third-party witnesses and survey documentation. Accordingly, the court is not satisfied that Eulalia or Vita Sands has demonstrated the requisite elements of adverse possession or ownership and her claim. Under the Quieting Titles Act, a petitioner must demonstrate possession that is open, peaceful, and adverse to the interests of others continuously for the requisite statutory period. I'm satisfied that Rolle has satisfied this burden through credible witness testimony, whom I accept, and physical acts of possession since 1997. For the reasons stated above, the court finds in favor of Pearline and Sidney Rolle as follows. The petition of Sidney Rolle is hereby granted. So the Rolles end up owning this property that's across from Vita, across from Rosalind, sorry, and on the side of Vita's restaurant or Vita's bar and restaurant in Roxanne. It says, Rolle shall be issued a certificate of title to the property comprising 3,003.81 square feet, being a portion of allotment number 132, Roxanne de Loutre. The adverse claim of Eulalia Sands, the adverse claim of Eulalia, Vita Sands, and Robert Sands are dismissed. So they have no claim to this property. And then it says, costs are awarded to the petitioner to be fixed if not agreed.